Welcome to Decades of Horror, the 1980s.
I want you to be my date, Rose.
This is Decades of Horror, the 1980s, episode 309, recorded April 15th, 2026.
Gruesome Magazine.
Great job. Great job.
I got no game at all.
Great to see you guys.
Yeah,
Great
long
to see you
time no see.
too.
So it's first
Been
time
forever.
back for a while. So, yeah, we had a great time. I had a great trip home. I can't remember if I told you guys. I was shooting you guys pictures, or maybe I can't remember who I sent to Doc or not, but I had lunch with Chris Peters in Tucson, and then went up and visited Dirk Rogers' house.
Nice.
Oh, yay.
And wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And met
Was it wild?
his wife,
I bet
Sunny.
it was fun. Sunny's awesome.
Yeah, she's a sweetheart.
Because she was on
And
the cruise with him.
our grandson is up at University of California. So when we drove home, instead of going, heading east right away, we went north to the Bay Area and visited Ralph Miller and his wife.
Oh, nice.
Nice. That's awesome.
And then
I love it.
straight west, as you go west, it's not probably the way we would have started, but I don't think it cost us any extra mile. About an hour west of San Francisco is Tracy, California, where Dennis Lancaster lives. I don't know if in the classic era, we've gotten these really long things of his experiences and memories and people he's talked to. So I met with him, and we met with him and his wife for breakfast. And he brought Steve Wathen and his wife. And I don't, when you look Steve Wathen up, there's not a whole lot of credits there, but he was in Planet of Dinosaurs. He designed the spacecrafts in that movie.
Cool.
Oh, that's fun.
He also did, I believe he did some stop motion stuff on the Gumby series as well.
Oh, that's neat.
And then lots of other stuff. He worked for other crews, like for Industrial Light and Magic and stuff like that, and didn't get his name on credits.
Yeah, an awful lot of
back around
on
1980.
the crew don't get the credit they deserve.
And then he's apparently a collector, because I kicked myself for not trying to find a way to get over to his house. We didn't have time, but because he was telling me all the stuff he had, and when you walk, what you see when you walk in the door, I don't remember. But anyway, it was great fun.
That sounds awesome.
I had a great time. Oh, plus I went to the Anza Borrego Springs State Park for California, where they have all these big metal statues that this one guy has sculpted and welded together. And then they rust, but they're just all over the desert. There's not like a museum. They're in habitat, everything from dinosaurs to horses to migrant workers to elephants to mammoths to flying birds, a sea serpent. There's a giant sea serpent that comes up out of the ground on one side, and then you see his coils like rippling back.
Yeah, like
and one of the ripples goes underneath the pavement and up the other side. Anyway, great fun. And Ralph Miller is the one that told me about that place. It took us a while to get up there, but
is someone taking care of them? Because they'll eventually rust, probably, right? Yeah. Okay,
it is such an interesting story. Some fairly wealthy guy. Okay, the artist was a welder, I believe. And he had made a small Godzilla, I don't know by small, if it was life size or, wasn't Godzilla size, but at any rate. And a fairly wealthy guy was driving, I think the story went, he was driving by his house and saw this Godzilla out there. So he went up to the artist and asked him if he could make some of those. And he just started buying them, all kinds of them. I know I posted a picture to a group chat at some point. He has a website and you can buy stuff. There was a 7-foot tall Wolfman, but
that's neat.
$15,000. But anyway, so this guy, fairly wealthy guy, he just kept buying these. And there was another wealthy guy that owned a bunch of land, the desert around this town of Borrego Springs, and he donated the land. Just a big, you couldn't grow nothing there. It's
okay,
literally flat desert, and you just see a few shrubs and tumbleweeds and stuff. Cactus, of course. So that guy donated the land. Well, then when the guy that started buying them died, he set up a trust to take care of these and do maintenance for all these. So I was very impressed.
That's wonderful, because you don't want to lose it, like that's what always worries me about these wonderful things. It's like, I was just watching a video about, the Vanderbilt mansion, in Newport, and how Gladys donated it to, or actually, gave it to the Preservation Society. And thankfully she did, so that people didn't update it. They didn't renovate it. They just kept everything the way it was, and it'll be beautiful forever, hopefully, I love that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find real quickly, because I shouldn't talk about it this much without
showing something.
Well, I wasn't going to show a picture. I was going to say the artist's name, but I can't. Ricardo Breceda, Breceda.
I've never heard of them, but
if you go to Ricardo Breceda, I'm sure there's a ton of stuff.
Oh, I see.
And then if you search Anzo Borrega, you'll get a bunch of the rusty ones. There's like a giant.
Oh, these are cool.
I'm looking at a locust and that sea.
So I see why they're worth so much money. They're just huge. They're big.
They are.
Yeah, like these are awesome.
So that was great fun, and it's not an easy place to get to. Let's put it that way. Probably, I guess, an hour off the freeway, and it's an hour of up and down and windy roads. And you go up, you go up, you go up, yep. Then you go down, and then you're in the desert. Anyway, hey, you know what? I should probably cut all this out. We should get back to our episode
regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, everybody's got to go. Yeah. Jeff was gone. What do we care?
Yeah.
All right.
Her face is beautiful. She's so gorgeous.
So, my name is Jeff Mohr, and this podcast is about horror films released between 1980 and 1989. Each episode, my co-hosts Bill Mulligan, Crystal Cleveland, and Chad Hunt and I will tackle another classic or not so classic film from this radical, gory, influential, and gruesome decade. Joining me tonight is Crystal Cleveland, actress and YouTuber. It's great to see you, Crystal.
It's good to see you too. It feels like it's been forever. Seriously.
It does.
I felt kind of bad because when Jeff left, he was like, "Y'all are probably going to do some really good movies when we're gone." I was like, "No, we're not." And then we did Predator.
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
I felt so bad. I think it was my pick too, and I was like,
I was gonna give people a hard time, but if I look at the 80s stuff, I missed the horror show. I missed Hell Night, Excalibur, Predator, The Dead Next Door, and Hello, Mary Lou, Prom Night 2. So I watched them, because I watched them all along with you guys, but I didn't have to study them. I was thankful for that. So anyway, Predator is probably the big one for me.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing. I can't believe I was shocked we hadn't done it, to be completely honest with you. Yeah.
Well, we got another one coming up that we haven't done for our next episode.
That's right.
Also with us
big one.
is Bill Mulligan, writer, director, special effects guru, all-around nice guy, and a published author. And a writer-director.
And I may have some, not too early to announce about some exciting news about another book. So, yeah.
He's really kicking the writing into you.
Because when are you gonna have 39 days
table
until I retire? I'll do. Actually, last year I was at a table at the fantasy gathering. I don't know if I will be this year. It's hard to get into, but it's fun. You need to have at least 3 or 4 books under your belt before people start like, oh, so this is what you do, huh? This is your thing. One book is
Really?
good.
They're
2 book
almost
is, well,
there.
that's nice. But 3 or 4, they're like, oh, okay, so you're really actually doing this.
Anybody asking you how much money you make?
Oh, all the time. My
God.
students are like, why are you here? You know, and like I ask myself that question every day. But I like food and not freezing to
Yeah.
death. So
Yeah.
that's why I'm here.
All right.
And not for much longer.
Bill, it's great to see you too.
Yeah, great to see you, man.
So happy to be here. Chad could not be here tonight. He's got other conflicts that take a priority. And that's the way life works. So
Chad's on everything, so we got to give him leeway.
Yep.
He is.
Busy bee.
He's my anchor.
Yeah.
Of some sort. Bill's on
I miss,
everything,
and
too.
you know what's funny is this movie has a scene where when they call the dude, I was like, that sounds exactly like Chad. You know, when he's calling the sheriff dude where he's staying at the cabin. I was like, the dude used the same voice, and I was like, oh, I can't wait to give it to Chad.
All right. Well, let's get into this. This is a spoiler podcast, and we also partner with a company called Play Now Media that has a whole lot of subgenre and niche programming of some really, really tight stuff. Like there's a noir channel now. And I believe, I don't know if it's up yet or not, but I know they've been working on a cryptid channel. Anyway, but yeah, they show Decades of Horror of the 1980s is on the Wicked Horror TV channel. Yay. So it works like Tubi, or you can subscribe. So you can just go and watch stuff on there. It's got ads. Or you can subscribe and pay a fee, and then you won't have ads, and you'll get to see some premium content too.
Yay!
So check them out. Just go to playnowmedia.com, and I think if you hit the lines, the menu on the side, one of them will have products, and you can look at all the different ones. Check them out. All right. So today, our podcast features The Prowler, starring Van Heflin and Evelyn Keyes.
What the hell?
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. I did that one other time. I don't remember what the movie was, but I just know this movie, and it's pretty good, and it's pretty creepy.
Yeah.
Van Heflin's a cop, and he's stalking Evelyn Keyes after she called about a peeping Tom.
Oh.
And manages to kill her husband. And well, anyway, let's go to this movie in 1981. The Prowler. There is our star, Vicky Dawson. This was directed by Joseph Zito, written by Glenn Leopold and Neil Barbera, who I believe was the son of Joe.
Yes.
Wow.
Additional dialogue by Eric Lewald and Mark Edward. And there's a letter in here that they actually give credit for who wrote the letter. Sarah Higgins wrote the Dear John letter that they're calling Rose Chatham's letter. The cast includes Vicky Dawson, Christopher Goutman, Lawrence Tierney, Farley, Granger, and Cindy Weintraub. Production company is Graduation Films. It was filmed in Cape May, New Jersey. Filming dates were October 1980 to January 1981. Release date was June 26, 1981, a limited release. And then it had an LA premiere in October on the 9th, 1981. Budget is estimated to be $1 million. Domestic box office, it's interesting to me that it said less than $1 million. So somebody must have been quoted as saying it lost money. The Ultimate Movie Rankings said 2.2 million. So, but they use an algorithm.
Maybe overall, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, they use an algorithm when the box office isn't available. They categorize it comparing to other movies of that type during that time period and how they were rated and how they did, which is about as good as you're going to do, I guess, when you don't have that. And a synopsis. for the Prowler, an unknown killer clad in World War II U.S. Army fatigues stalks a small California town bent on reliving a 35-year-old double murder by focusing on a group of college kids holding an annual graduation dance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking we will now go to first impressions. And I think this is Crystal's pick. No.
Oh, no. Mm-mm. Must be Chad's or Doc's or
Wasn't
Bill's.
mine. Wasn't mine.
It wasn't mine. Wasn't me. I don't know whose pick it was, actually.
It says Crystal.
Oh, it was me. It was me.
It's a good thing we keep records.
No, not me.
That's because Doc asked you like a month ahead of time. That's why.
Yeah.
You can't even blame elderly, decrepitness like I could.
No, I can't. But y'all, like I picked this like a month ago.
That's true.
Okay, like that's like
that is
in
true.
my time. That is like ages ago. I generally pick it like the day we announce it.
Right.
What we're doing next week, we're doing this. How about that? Okay, so I've seen this film before. It's been many years. Okay, many years. And then I saw it pop up on Prime, I think, and I was like, oh, we haven't done that. Well, we should do it because I think it's a classic. I think it's a well-made film. Here's my thing. I don't remember it being so boring, to be completely honest with you. For some reason, I remembered it being more fun. Maybe it's because of the look of the Prowler. I thought he looked really cool. And, I love the Queen Mary thing that they have at the beginning. Here's the thing. Nothing really happens in this movie at all. Like, it is literally, you have an opening scene from what happened 35 years before. And then basically it's just the night of a dance or the day of a dance or whatever. And it's a slasher. It's a very simple slasher. They tried to make it much larger with this backstory that, quite frankly, doesn't make any sense to me. I don't get it at all. I don't understand it at all. Okay, this chick breaks up with this dude, and I guess he was the one that went on a spree. And like we said, this is a spoiler podcast. This movie is ancient. So, like, if you haven't seen it, then you should turn it off and go watch. But spoiler alert, it's the sheriff. And I guess the sheriff was the original one too.
That's what
I
I
am
think
confused. Maybe
that's what I assumed.
Maybe y'all. Yeah. So in my assumption, I was like, okay, so the sheriff got the shaft and then he went on this, then he killed these people. And then he decided to recreate it when they brought the dance back or something.
He hates
it's
dancing.
Silly though.
I think they did it like girls in this. Was it a boys' school? Because they said something about when they brought the girls back. It just feels like it's more fun. The one old guy at the dance, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's what he meant. Okay. Because
that's the only thing I can think of. No.
Yeah. Like, I guess that they did like change that up or something. I mean, it's not bad, but it's convoluted in an unnecessary way. And I guess they thought that the story made more sense or that it was obvious when it was not obvious. You could kind of, through conjecture, you'd assume, but I'm also like, why was that dude at the freaking cabin place covering for the sheriff? What was that about? Yo, go check.
That was actually pretty
funny. That guy, he was just a lazy.
Yeah.
But obviously the sheriff wasn't actually there.
Yeah.
So that's it.
I don't see his name.
Yeah.
Might be crappie fishing.
This movie is still one I think everyone should watch because I feel like it's a classic. Like, I think it's a very well-made movie, like I said. But it's not going to give you anything that you haven't seen before. It's nothing, but it's nice. Like, the shots are nice. Like, they did some things that are fun. The acting is very good too, I think. I like the actors. I think they're believable, but it's a little silly. It's a little silly when, like, you could tell that you have this college girl who's acting like she's 12. with the deputy or whatever. When
Yeah.
he walks in and some girl dances with them and she's like, "Don't be sorry." It's like, how old are you? Like you're a child, and him too. Like you couldn't tell her no. The whole thing's silly, just for drama's sake. But I didn't dislike the movie this time. I just remember it being better. That's all.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Bill Mulligan, what say you?
Ditto. Yeah, you've pretty much nailed it. I saw it a long time ago because I bought Tom Savini's book, Grand Illusions, I think is what it was called, and it had quite a bit on the Prowler, so I had to see it. I think I rented it on VHS or whatever, and I did remember it as being better. I didn't think it was great, but I remember it being better. The problem with it has a lot of good things going for it. For one thing, Tom Savini's effects are fantastic. They're simple. They're the simple Tom Savini stuff, before he was doing Creepshow and all the really elaborate things. But he was one of the best at doing simple practical effects, like doing a throat slit where you take a knife and you cut a little oval shape in it so that it looks like it goes into your throat. And it's a great effect. It really works, especially when you have him. The blood looks fantastic. Everything, these simple effects were really what, to me, were my favorite Tom Savini stuff, when he would do something and you knew how it was done, but it still looked good. It looks really, really good. But they're few and far between. But it's padded. This movie is padded. A scene where she goes into a house and looks around. Oh my God, I think I could have read a Nancy Drew novel in the time that it took, and nothing happens. You're just setting up a jump scare, and the jump scare is always like, the music, blah, and it's just her boyfriend putting a hand on her shoulder. Like, okay, this could have been cut by a lot. I don't know how long some of those scenes were, but they were interminable. They just went on for way too long for nothing happening. But again, the effects are good, the acting's good. It's sort of interesting. It's one of the few movies I can think of where you have a World War II vet as the bad guy. I mean, they're sort of untouchable. I mean, these guys saved us from the Nazis, but I guess someone got a little messed up there. And I didn't like the ending. The first time I saw it, and this time it's like, wow.
Oh yeah.
Someone really took the ending of Carrie to heart. Even the music sounded similar. Just stop with that. But it was still entertaining. It's a very 80s movie, and but better than most. It just could have used a little bit of tightening up. But I enjoyed watching it again.
I agree.
All right. Well, thank you, Bill. And this is going to be ditto 3, I guess. For me, the main reason to watch the movie is the effects, because they are great.
Yeah,
absolutely great. Because they actually like zoom in on them and have him do a little extra maneuvering, and it still looks great. There's no flaps, or it's just incredible. So, acting is credible, acceptable, pretty decent. But I'm with you guys. I'm glad you said that, because I'm sitting there going, "Oh, they're going to get on me," because I feel like Crystal's exactly right. You start off with the first kill, then you go to the second kills, or is it a kill? I'm trying to remember the order now.
No, I think it's the couple, right?
Yeah.
Or
they get this.
Right.
Up in the gazebo, they get the fork, the double fork. And then from that point on, it's just, we're just marking time between kills.
Yes.
And a lot of the time they're like, first I'm going to walk through this one house real slow. Vicky Dawson does that, and it's scary and it's spooky. And then Goutman does that, the young deputy, and same thing for him. They're both doing it. They're in the same house, different parts of the house, but we get this long drawn out scene of them going through that. It has some tension, but it's just, I think it's too hard to hold it that long.
Yeah.
And then they do the same thing out in the woods, or out in the yard. And then in the other house where the party, there was too much of that. For the most part, it's a pretty good movie. I have no idea. I'm sure it was in there, but I missed what motivated him to start again, other than it was just the first time.
Yeah, I think
having
it's
the big
because
dance
I think it
it
was
was
together.
the
the
first time
return
they
of the
brought the
dance.
dance back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is thin,
Okay.
pretty thin gruel for a guy who
Yeah,
came back. He
it
was a
is.
serial okay, well, he killed someone he had a grudge against. I'm not approving, but that would seem to be the end of it. And then
Mhm.
the dance comes back and that triggers him. I mean, in between, the guy
Yeah.
became a cop. Seems like,
I know, he's the sheriff. It's crazy.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he's
Talk
a
about not being able to get over it.
heck of a nice guy.
Yeah.
Anyway, where was I going with that? Oh, well, there was I didn't track it all the way through, but I know there was one spot where Vicky Dawson, I need to look up the character names here. Pam, her name was Pam, tells Mark, the deputy, could you please go into the dorm and I want you to check on my roommate. I just got a bad feeling, So he goes in there, he goes upstairs, he gets almost to the point, the door's locked.
Mm-hmm.
And so he just kind of looks around, hears a noise, gives up, goes out.
Yeah.
She never once asks him,
Yeah.
so what did you find out about?
So
Yeah.
again,
And
we wasted a couple minutes watching a guy not do anything.
Yeah. And let's be real. I don't that place would be crawling with the state troopers, okay? Not just that whole dorm would have been crawling with them too, because she would have given her whole story about how it started in the dorm, period, and they would have been looking for evidence and stuff. There's no way that her roommate and the boyfriend would have been there. And then he's a zombie because he's got the contact
Yeah.
Good question.
I was like, okay.
He's been hanging there with, I think he had a bayonet through his chest and a loop around his, or through his neck or something. But there's some great kills in this. I mean, the bayonet through the head was amazing right off the bat. And then the double pitchfork, and then the girl in the swimming pool. I was really impressed with that. And I think we have some pictures that will point that stuff out. So since Chad's not here, Bill did the quote. I think maybe Crystal.
Okay. Yep.
Crystal can do the tagline, and then she'll be sent off by Crystal doing the song.
Okay. Yeah.
So it's now time for taglines with Chad. With the part of Chad will be played by Crystal Cleveland.
Yeah. Okay. So this one isn't a jab, but you don't need a chainsaw to have a massacre. I kind of like
that's
it.
Pretty
That's
good.
not
That's
a
not
bad
bad.
one.
No, that's not a bad
I
quote.
kind of like it. Yeah. Oh God. It's so cringy. I don't even want to say it. A 4-pronged nightmare.
That's pretty dumb.
When it was, and that's when it was re-released in '84 as Pitchfork Massacre. That was one of its titles.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, this is even worse. Just when you thought it was over. It's like just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water.
Yeah, just when you,
come on.
What's over? What are you talking about?
And this one makes zero sense. It will freeze your blood.
And that's on all the posters.
Yeah.
Why? Okay, so maybe it'll make more sense with the poster, but okay.
No.
So this one's interesting. The human exterminator, because of the mask.
Okay. All right.
That's a very creepy Denver airport artwork Nazi sort of thing happening there. Okay. If you think you're safe, you're dead wrong. Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is an absolute lie. The film that shocked America.
Yes, it is.
Apparently nobody went to see it, so how shocked could America be?
Well, we'll talk about that. we'll get to that.
And we have one more. The night Rosemary's killer came home. See, that doesn't even make any sense because he was here the whole time. He was here.
That
the
only
whole
makes
time.
sense with the posters when they called it what did
Rosemary's
they call it?
Killer.
Rosemary's Killer.
Yeah. See, nah.
All right.
I mean, those first ones are okay, but they got worse.
So Thank you, Crystal. And that's been Taglines with Chad.
Chad's our hero, cool and rad. With him reading taglines, they can't be that bad.
I still need to. I'm going to do that.
What? Do what?
I'm going to start creating alternate recordings that go, instead of Chad's our hero, it'll say Crystal's our hero. Just in a flat
just awkwardly
tone.
stick it in.
That's an
Actually, what would be funny is if you just like took a face and just plopped it over Chad's face.
Yeah.
Like a bad Photoshop.
Like some of the posters we're going to look at. Yeah, bad Photoshop.
So Bill, we have a lot of posters here. So
Okay, so yeah, for a movie that didn't exactly burn up the box office, boy, did they make a lot of posters. I just kept finding more and more and more posters. And of course, there's always my worry that some of these posters may be deviant art or something. I don't know for sure. But it's getting harder and harder to know what a real poster is.
Well, if they don't identify who the artist is, there's not.
Well, I was wrong, because It Will Freeze Your Blood still doesn't make sense here.
Yep.
Yeah, you're right.
Nope.
I'm just saying.
Good poster though.
That's
I like the
and this I think
silhouette
is actually the cover of the Blu-ray. Why can't I find it now? Oh, I just love it when the links on my computer quit working. What the hell?
Because Crystal's right. It is a good look. I mean, it's a simple thing. It's
wild.
Army guy and everything, but boy,
those boots, when he was lacing up those boots, were awesome. I was like, oh my God, those are really cool.
Those are killing boots there.
Stomp a mud hole. Walk
the
the
Blu-ray. Wow, this was Sony Pictures. I don't know. That's what I see that's on the Blu-ray cover. I don't know. And this is what I think was kind of the original poster.
Oh wow.
Which,
It Will Freeze Your Blood. What? It's not even cold. I don't understand.
I mean, I'll give him credit for a little bit of artisticness in this poster. Like it's almost completely overwhelmed with silhouette, but it's good.
It's cool when you see the detail, but it's
and then you notice there's the pitchfork there. You almost had to almost miss it. Yeah.
So yeah, I'm banking that this was the original, but
I will say the pitchfork as a murder weapon is not really consistent here. He's dressed up in army gear. He's using one of those big trench knives. Sure, why not? Those things are crazy. Got the gas mask or whatever in the helmet and everything. Pitchfork, is that standard army issue?
I think he picks that up in the barn there, doesn't he? When
he keeps with it. Yeah,
it's with him. All right, then we've got we got some Rosemary's Killer.
Rosemary's Killer, not a great title.
I did not dig these out, but this is one that would have had a tagline we didn't use. Night after night. I can't really read it. He
waited for her.
Waited for her.
Whenever something was right, he'd something. It's so pixelated.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I couldn't find good copies of these, and I don't know what the Japanese one is saying.
From the director of Friday the 13th, and anything that's not the Prowler is a reissue. And actually, I think I read that some of these, I think it was a Pitchfork Massacre, was distributed without anybody knowing that it was in the Carolinas. I think it actually said.
Wow.
Oh, cool.
Anyway, so that's kind of a cool. I'm assuming that's Japanese. So blood, we get that, and both of those. Even that other one, I can't do that.
Hey, yep, babe. Oops, sorry, my cat.
Yeah, so this one shows that same thing behind the
house.
Yeah, behind the lake in front of the house and the hill there, kind of. And then we get that here on. I thought I saw it here. Maybe it was the next one. Nope. Rosemary's Killer.
Okay, why did they add the skull on the? Trying too hard.
And they made it. I don't know why, but it looks more like a German helmet to me there. But no, not if you look close. I just couldn't see it. Yeah. Some nasty looking eyes.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
And this is my favorite.
Fork of Terror, or
the Fork of Death.
Oh, Fork of Death, boy.
Or the Fork of the Dead. I think it's the Fork of Death.
Yeah.
Apparently, they call pitchforks forks in Germany. It's just a fork. All right. Same thing, though. I did not see. Well, I guess there was a little bit. There was one nude scene, I think. The shower kill.
I like this one.
This is my favorite, except for the "it will freeze your blood." If they didn't have that, like, I love roses. Roses are, I mean, obviously that's why I have all my, like, and I love the font. I love the silhouette of him. I love the red. Like, this is awesome.
Just get yourself a black Sharpie and let's get rid of that. It'll freeze your blood, because that is a pretty good poster.
And I love, because he does put the rose on her. I mean, it all makes sense. It's like, that's a perfect poster in my opinion.
It's a lot of pieces together.
Yeah.
All right. Then I guess, is this a zombie or something, or what?
Kinda. And I like that they've incorporated the Dear John letter into it. This actually reminds me.
This is like Tales from the Crypt or something.
Yeah, I did a paper
it does kind of look like that.
In grad school, in education school, on propaganda posters of World War II, and this really does have that vibe to it. I'm not sure. Yeah, this one's.
You can actually see something I'm not going to mention here because I don't want it to actually mess with us, but it does have a visual.
Oh, it does.
It's right there. Yeah, it does.
Oh, yes, you're absolutely right, boy. I thought that was an elbow. Oh, well.
I don't think that'll be an issue because I don't think it'll pick up as what it is. So I think it'll be okay. But yeah, wow. That's bold, daring. So it's not even 4 prongs. It's 5.
Right.
Yep.
That upsets me because the tagline said 4.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, that's fine.
There are pitchforks of all different number of times.
Yeah.
Some of them are flat and some of them are round.
I just wanted to confirm that this particular one that they use in the film, that they mention, does not have 4.
Yeah.
Woof.
Okay, then this one we've got the skull. We got somebody decided that was a great tagline.
They really, they committed to that tagline. Branding is everything. I don't like the skull.
Maybe the effects, could kind of creep you out.
Nah.
It just looks kind of silly, actually, for some reason. I think had they not put the skull on her and just had the girl, would have been better, actually.
Yeah.
Instead of covering her face with that.
And Rosemary's Killer, it says down there, but wiping that sword off.
Wipe and clean off that sword. Yeah.
That's kind of a nice scene.
It's actually, there's something about it.
You got to take care of your tools or, they'll get rusting and then.
All right. Well, that's it.
That's a lot of posters.
All of that stuff. Let me try something here. I get Crystal up there. Because this one's going to block somebody out, I think.
That's right. Hopefully me.
There we go. The director is Joe Zito on the top. We do not have character cards this time.
No, that's true.
And everybody that I talk to loves them. And I like
them with your friends.
I thought they were a great way to start the conversation about the plot and the characters. Instead of kind of skipping over that. So Blood Rage.
I've never seen Blood Rage. I have heard of Abduction. It was quite controversial. and because it was based on Patty Hearst. And I think
okay.
it may have come out.
Oh.
I think it may have come out while she was still on the run.
Victim or
Yeah.
fugitive. Yeah.
And Friday 13th final chapter, lies. But I
So,
like that one.
I read a little piece of trivia here. He did a bunch of Chuck Norris movies. And
rest in peace. Yeah. I bet you Chad's not that sad about that.
Missing in action as well. So
yeah,
the trivia they said was Friday the 13th, the final chapter, Invasion USA, and Missing in Action were all #1 box office on their opening weekends.
I'm actually a little surprised that Mr. Zito didn't do more because he was pretty successful. Invasion USA was huge. Friday 13th, huge. Missing in Action, huge. This seems like a guy who could have just kept on writing his own ticket. So I don't know what. I don't have.
Not wanted to do anymore.
He may have. It's just it's not always fun making movies. But
he's got 10 as a director, 7 as a producer. And I think the producers. Oh, Delta Force One, that's probably another one he directed. Yep. Oh,
and sometimes it's just luck. I'm doing a RavenCon is coming. Probably by the time this comes out, it'll have already happened, and we're doing a panel on the unmade movies of George Romero. I thought I had a good handle on the movies George Romero planned on making and didn't get to make. There's like 75 finished scripts that he worked on, and you're like, wow. There was a huge period where things almost got made but didn't. So,
well, you never know what somebody is actually. He owned a grand old movie palace, the Sanders Theater in New York. Otherwise, doesn't say too much about him. Lawrence Tierney was in Abduction, Blood Rage, and The Prowler.
Oh, well, maybe that's why he didn't make a lot of movies. If you had to work with Lawrence Tierney 3 times, that probably.
They said, I forget who it was. I think maybe it was Tom Savini said he was kind of scary.
Funny.
Well, Lawrence Tierney is.
He's
the guy that acts like a tough guy that was a tough guy. They got in barroom brawls and et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so, an accomplished person. And, of course, we have Tom Savini, and here.
There he is, pumping the blood.
Yep.
I thought he did a great job on this. Really solid. Like when you see the pitchfork going into the body, it looks like it's actually penetrating a real body. It
does. Or when it comes out the bottom of his chin, the bayonet. That's.
The one that really I loved, the girl who was killed in the swimming pool, when you see she's partly underwater and you're seeing both blood and air coming out, and of course, yes, air would be coming out if they cut your trachea there.
That's impressive as hell, and I think it was an accident, but or maybe it was an accident. I couldn't quite tell. Savini was saying other people were looking at the daily and going, oh shit, look at all those bubbles. That's how we get that out of there, and Savini's
what's wrong
like,
with
hey,
you?
I cut her throat. Would there be air coming out?
Hello?
Yeah.
It was impressive as hell.
Yeah.
And they had no stuntmen on this movie. So if you see like little clips of them working on her and doing that, practicing that. So it'd be Savini's hand that held the knife. Usually. I think not in that one because he had to pump the blood. But otherwise, he was the one that was doing everything because he knew, what direction things would look best from, etc.
And the blood looked good in the water too. And that's kind of a bugaboo for me, that a lot of times they try to use the same fake blood that they do for everything else, and you pour it in water. It's flipping Caro syrup. It just sinks. It doesn't look anything like blood. But here's a tip for those of you who have access to a pool or are making a horror movie: milk. Bloody up the milk. Now you're going to have to add hella amounts of red dye to get the milk to appear to be bloody. But bloody milk, red milk, when you put it in water, actually billows out the right way. Now you probably need to run at that point, because I don't know what that does to a swimming pool.
They said there was a lot of they had a lot of trouble with that.
Yeah,
with the blood. It kept. They said it kept dissipating too much.
Blood's pretty thick, but it's not super thick. It doesn't sink. Yeah.
So we've got Vicky here, Vicky Dawson.
I liked her.
Who is like one of those, it's that cute as a button slasher victims.
Yeah, but not drop dead supermodel gorgeous. Girl next door, good looks.
Right.
Which makes her way more relatable. But I liked her. She had spunk. She wasn't just.
I liked all the actors. I thought they all did a good job. Truly.
She also fought back and is the one who takes him out, not the cops. Well, one of the cops is the killer, but good job. And boy, he ain't coming back for any sequel. If there had been a sequel, it'd have to be someone else because no double tap necessary.
She did 69 episodes on Another World, where she played Ray Liotta's love interest in the mid to late 70s. Anyway, I thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
Look at the people that were in soap operas. I didn't know Ray Liotta was in
I had no idea.
World. But yeah, I liked her. And she did none of the only a couple of these actors did much else. Let's put it that way. How do I want to say that? She kind of quit for a while, and then I think it was like 20 years later she came back. Like she's got nothing from like 1989 to 2012. 3 after school specials. But she started working again in 2019. So look at that stuff. All righty. That is Vicky Dawson, Pamela. Now it is a little weird. Are they supposed to be college kids?
Yeah, they're college kids.
It's just a private school.
Yeah,
she's
in
a dorm.
Yeah. They're too old to be college kids, but
I was going to say it would be kind of creepy if the deputy was running around with the high school girl.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. I think those are actually just spats and not part of the boots. Now
they are.
At it.
They are. They're laced over it somehow. Was I going to look at Christopher Goutman? What did he?
Not a whole lot.
His hair is crazy.
No, he's only got 6. He's got 6 producing credits. He has 10 as an actor, and nothing. 58 episodes of The Edge of Night, in the same time that this movie was being done.
I kind of feel like the movie was sort of setting him up as a possible suspect for the killer, but
they didn't do a good job with red herrings. They just said they just made it so there was no clues,
Right.
I don't know why, but I discounted him pretty fast. And pretty soon you figure out that the only guy you never see is the sheriff.
Yeah. And if there's a mystery, if there's a character who we've been introduced to and then is gone for huge amounts of the film, they're either going to come back just in time to get killed or they are the killer. Those are the only possibilities.
They have every right to their privacy. But I always wonder if people were like getting work, why did they quit? Did they just decide acting wasn't for them? I don't think it would have been.
A lot of times people, like, if it's a woman, sometimes they'll have kids and they want to raise their kids and then they'll come back. Like maybe that woman wanted to raise her kids and then she came back because, kids were older. I don't know. I mean, generally, I think most of them, it's family reasons because these people never got big enough to really experience any sort of fame. Like
right.
And how much do you
they
really
didn't
get paid?
see the pitfalls of not enough.
That's a good question.
Not enough. Yeah.
Now it's worth spinning the wheel because you might strike it rich and everything, but if it doesn't,
like
work
most
out,
of the sets, the locations were borrowed, or extremely cheap, and they were yelled at, admonished to be very careful and not break anything. All right. Farley Granger.
Well, this guy's certainly been in a lot of a lot of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Rope is a very early Hitchcock.
Yeah. I was
And
thinking about that. And Strangers on a Train too, which
Strangers on a Train, excellent movie.
he was
The redheaded corpse. That's nice.
Yeah,
Well,
he went to Europe and did some giallo.
yeah, I think he actually like moved to Italy or something for a couple of years at least. Although there's an awful lot of stuff in here that's, you know, all you got to do is look at the titles and go, that had to be Italian. Death Will Have Your Eyes. And his character's name is Armando. I wonder if that's Italian. What was it? What Have They Done to Your Daughters? Kill Me, My Love. Oh, there's one. Yeah, you had all these on here before. Amok, with a different title, because we just talked about him for Arnold.
Yeah, that's right.
He did 3 or 4, at least 3 or 4 really good film noirs too. One was called The Naked Street, was in 56. The Edge of Doom in 1950, which was directed by Mark Robeson from the Val Lewton people. They Live by Night, which was directed by Nicholas Ray in 1948, and Side Street, directed by Anthony Mann in 1949. He did a movie in 54. It's weird that I caught this, just so he could work with Alida Valli, called Senso. I don't remember what it was about, but anyway. He was in a lot of stuff all through the, you know, he did a lot of single episode TV shows. He did I think he did a little bit of soap operas, but he got his very first job. He was 17 years old. And they said the director, trying to remember where the director saw him doing a play in high school, I think, and signed him up to be in this movie, The North Star, which was about Ukraine in World War II, and he played a soldier. So anyway, he's also in They Call Me Trinity.
Oh yeah, yeah. The Trinity movies were fun.
So that's about all we know about him. Although, you know, when he started out, when they tried to sign him, they said, you can't have the name Farley Granger because people will mix you up with Stuart Granger.
What?
Another
silly.
Similar actor. And so they kept coming to him with names like, he said, they kept coming to me with these names that could go either way, you know, like, I had it in my head a minute ago, like Gordon Gregory or Gregory Gordon. And finally he said, I'll tell you what, you're either using my real name, because he was the third person in his family named Farley, or we can use Kent Clark.
Kent Clark, that's funny.
Anyway, he seemed like a pretty nice guy and a decent actor. So how's he? And we don't see him a lot in this.
We don't see him a lot. So yeah,
he's got a couple of scenes early on, and then he goes fishing. All right, Lawrence.
This guy. Oh, this guy. Look at that face.
Whisper to a screen.
Yep.
Silver bullet. Yay.
Yeah. He, you know, often small role. There's Lawrence Tierney back, you know, the guy who made some classic noirish crime stuff and everything. And then there's the older guy who just looked like he'd spent his whole life gargling with razor blades and whiskey and just tough as nails and a certifiable crazy person. Everyone who worked with him has a story. I mean, he was famously in Reservoir Dogs. He was great in Reservoir Dogs. But Quentin Tarantino, and he's the sort of person who you think Quentin Tarantino is like, every movie I make is going to have this guy in it. But no, because after Reservoir Dogs, I think he got fired during the making of it, and they hired him back. But he played one character's father on Seinfeld, but he was only in one episode because he was scary and crazy, and yeah, nobody wanted to take the chance of working with him.
He's like Jack Palance. Jesus. You know, Jack Palance had a reputation for like He was a former boxer, and he would get in fights, and he wouldn't back down. He tried to bully some people, I think. Tierney was like that on steroids.
Yeah. But I guess Zito must have liked working with him because he worked with him, 3 times? So
I was watching, kind of binging the Val Lewton movies the last week, and he's in The Ghost Ship. And I don't know. Have you ever seen that?
I have not.
Yes.
Okay. Well, not that one. This is 1943.
Nope, never seen it. Yeah. I'm like, of course.
Oh, the captain is a total asshole, and Tierney gives him some shit. And so then he's the guy that has to be down in this metal cubicle where they're hauling up the anchor, or they've hauled it up, and then the chain has to coil down in this cubicle. It just falls loose into that cubicle, and they have to guide it in. Well, he's down inside that thing and supposed to guide the chain and then step out of the escape hatch. And the captain comes by, swings the door shut, and locks it. And so he's killed pretty early on, crushed by these giant anchor chains anyway. But he was an incredible, he's like the perfect film noir character almost in real life. I was trying to think of something. The Devil Thumbs a Ride, Born to Kill. I love him. Because
he's great. He's great to watch. I wouldn't want to have to work with him, but
no, not at all. So Savini said that when they shot those scenes where he was in the wheelchair in the window, and the other girl was supposed to be on the other side flashing, they had people there from, I don't know what it was, but it was a group of women, it was like a local women's club or something that came to watch some filming. And
how did that go?
Tierney simulated pleasuring himself while he was sitting in that wheelchair with they said the women totally freaked out, and they were going to kick him out, not let him use the building, and all kinds of other crap. Like, oh my God. Lawrence.
Oh, Lawrence. What are we going to do with you?
So we keep talking about the gore here.
Look how pretty that red is. It looks
that
really
is some
good.
Gorgeous blood. This is Savini making up for how badly it photographed for Dawn of the Dead.
And this was, he was right after, they said he was coming right off of Maniac. And that they had to wait a little bit of time before he could come. They started filming her before he got there. So
I saw in the workflow, they said that they would like devote an entire day to the kill effect. And boy, that's something more filmmakers should think about.
Well, he spent all his time between kills working on the, I assume working on the next kill. And they said they scheduled it around the kills and his effects. So yeah, that's one in the middle is Cindy Weintraub. The one.
And I see what Chris was talking about with the eyes rolling up. I guess that was the idea, but it looks like he's turning into some kind of demon.
Well, when he attacks her, he has dude has white contacts on. So like, I guess it was just a thing that I would love to know the explanation here with that.
He said Savini talked about putting the white sclera on his thing, like his eyes rolled up in his head. So.
Oh, for that one. Yeah. So what about the end?
I don't know. Nobody said anything about that.
That's just in their head.
That was, they didn't know how to end it. They wanted to do something like Carrie. Literally, a scare that comes up.
Literally.
Well, let's look at another gore.
Another shot of the head.
Oh, yeah.
And there.
Oh, yeah, the head.
So Tom Savini, how did he make it look like a head got shot with a shotgun? He made a fake head and he shot it with a shotgun.
Yep. He did it more than once. So, like, he knows it works.
And they asked him what he filled it up with. It was like,
And it didn't quite go as planned. Only really half the head explodes, but I think that looks great. I mean, we've seen a head completely explode in scanners. It's just a big mess. This one just seems more visceral because there's still flesh and bone and whatever else, left there.
Wow. Yeah.
Which I'm told is more realistic, that when people kill themselves with a shotgun, it's not always that there's nothing left. If only.
Right. Well, there isn't much spread on the shotgun shell from point blank. What do we got one more gore, I think.
Did we?
Yeah. He blew that head right up.
Blew up real good.
And there he is.
There's the zombie.
Yeah, it's weird. What is that?
She's traumatized. Just keeps reliving that over and over again.
I guess. And this, yeah. So her roommate gets pitchforked by the Prowler, and then he does the boyfriend first because boyfriend's outside getting dressed outside the bathroom, right? And then the Prowler stabs him through the head, and then kills the girl, and then comes and hangs him. Yeah. And it was all very nicely staged, except for that part just doesn't make sense. Now, in this bottom picture, Bill, what's going on with her neck there? It looks like it's brown.
Yeah, it's just a shadow from the light. Like there's something in front of her. That's just a shadow. But
it does look like
it's the dude. It's the dude is on top of her. It's the shadow from the light. This is the double pitchfork when he's laying on top of her. That's his head, and it's the shadow from the light.
Okay.
Like, see, he's on top of her, and his head is turned the opposite way, right here.
Well, I think somebody's done some. Some what do you want to call it? AI monkeying with this image at some point, because that looks brown to me. It doesn't look like a shadow.
It looks like a piece of leather.
It looks like a shadow to me.
But
I can actually see her neck completely, like, and her pearls. You might be right though. See how the pearls are going through the side over here?
Yeah. So I don't know.
Anyway,
what is that thing on her? What is not the shadow part, but what is the thing on her neck here?
That's what I'm kind of wondering.
I think maybe this is a shot of the prosthetics, and maybe was there maybe a tube hooked up there or something to.
Oh.
I don't know why it would be on her neck because she was stabbed.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know.
But the pose and everything.
I do remember seeing. Yeah.
Yeah, it reminds me of the kill in Suspiria,
Oh, well, yeah, and the way they did it, there was a definite, first he stabs, and then he gives it the extra, goes through the guy, and then one more buries the tines all the way up and gets through her, and you see him coming out her back. I'm not sure if you measured the tines if they were that long or not, but so great effects in this thing. That's to me, that's the main thing. I think the pacing is off a little. Otherwise, it's a pretty darn well made movie, and it is becoming much bigger thing. I didn't go check it out. I'm pretty sure that Joe Bob Briggs did a thing on the last drive-in for them, but I'm not sure if that's still up there or not. I didn't.
I would have liked to. I should always remember to check.
I didn't go
scouring. Anytime you do an 80s film, I should check to see if Joe Bob did it because it's always more entertaining with him than Darcy.
All righty. Well, what else? Do we have anything else to say?
I think everyone should at least give it a
shot.
Give
it a shot.
Yeah.
There's way worse out there.
But don't have super high expectations. I mean, it's well made, but it is kind of slow and boring a little bit of a slog, but not bad. But it is worth a watch.
Right.
So I don't want to down it, and the effects are good, but I wouldn't even say watch it just for the effects. It is what it is. It's completely satisfactory.
The effects. I'd give it like a C plus, but when you add in the effects, you bump it up to like a B plus or.
Ooh. See, I would give it a total C plus for everything because.
Okay.
But you can. It's
fair enough.
Nice.
Fair enough.
See, I would actually be interested.
We don't have to be the same.
What would y'all give it? Like, I'm so curious because I think some people would really like this movie. There's nothing wrong with it. Like, I can see people loving it.
I'd give it a 6.5 out of 10.
So I looked at
Yeah,
That's
6 or
decent.
6.5. Yeah, that's about right. Yeah, agreed.
I looked up a couple other people here. So the one guy, Tom Bray, who was the guy, I don't know how to describe him. Gosh darn, I can't remember how they died. The guy, he had dark hair and glasses. Taller, slender, kind of a geeky looking guy. Tom Bray was in Prince of Darkness.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He was in House 3, the horror show.
Okay.
So there's 2 we've done. Also Deep Star 6.
Oh, okay.
And then he kind of moved on. He wrote 15 episodes. The Burt Reynolds comedy TV show, and then Designing Women, she wrote 5 episodes of that. Or I'm sorry, Tom Bray. So he was involved in several different eras, and and then I looked at the music. Joe Zito said he used Richard Einhorn a lot on his music. Well, the main thing I saw that we would know is he also did Shockwaves, the music for Shockwaves. Now here's the big one, the cinematographer. And I don't know how to pronounce his name. It's like Joao with a like a curly mark above the A. And I think it said he was born in Portugal. So I don't know if it's Joao or Joao. Yeah, anyway, Fernandez. He was a porn cinematographer too. So he is listed as a cinematographer for Deep Throat and The Devil and Miss Jones, which were 2 blockbusters in the early 70s. And if you look through all through his career, he's switching back and forth. Any place where it says he was billed as Harry Flex.
Harry Flex. Okay, that's funny.
It's a porn film.
So it would have been funny if that was the one he used for regular movies, and for porn it was Sidney Applebaum or something normal, you know.
I can't remember what it was too. I said something about how he picked that Harry name, Flex. But I can't remember what it was. And then, but
taken.
He also got hooked up. He did Children of the Corn. He did Friday the 13th, the final chapter with Joe Zito. He did Missing in Action 3, Red Scorpion, Delta Force 2, The Hitman, Sidekicks, Hellbound, Top Dog, Forest Warrior. These are all Chuck Norris movies. He just did a ton of those. I thought that was interesting. And then the editor was Joel Goodman, and he also worked on Friday the 13th, final chapter, The Abyss, and Lawnmower Man 2, which I haven't seen. And the last thing I was going to mention was Brian Englund, the guy that got really, supposedly really drunk and was throwing up in the toilet. He is Cloris Leachman's son.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't remember who Cloris. I know that name.
Phyllis.
But I don't know who she
the Mary
is.
Tyler
She
Moore
was
show.
Phyllis on the Mary Tyler Moore show.
Okay.
She's a humongous actress.
Wasn't Cloris Leachman Frau Blucher in Young Frankenstein?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Obviously, I know Young Frankenstein. Okay, so that's good. Thank you. That's helpful.
A great actress.
I was like, I know I've heard that name. I know the name for sure. Like,
and the sad part is he died in 1986 at the age of 36.
Oh, gee.
Jesus.
Or maybe 30. I'm not sure what his date was. But he was also in Crazy Mama and High Anxiety.
Oh, I love High Anxiety.
He was an orderly in High Anxiety. So the other one last person, Cindy Weintraub, which we kind of mentioned. She has 3 credits.
Wow.
You know what? You know what one of those other 3 is?
What?
Humanoids of the Deep.
Oh.
Yeah.
She was the scientist that comes in.
The scientist.
Okay, yeah.
And then the only other credit she has is for a 6-episode series called Baker's Dozen. Where
that sounds familiar.
She and Ron Silver
maybe
are I can't remember exactly, but they're clashing. I think they're both cops, and she had a lead in that. All right, that's enough filling in some blanks here. Let's move on to
feedback.
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 I gotta do a song for that. We do have some feedback, and I'm going to do the first one only because there's no actual thing to read. Last episode, you guys had feedback from a guy named Al Magliochetti, who did the special effects for Spookies. And he was talking about how well it was made or how screwed up it was. And the original movie, Twisted Souls, was completed, etc. And he commented on the fact that we had mentioned this guy who seemed like he was dressed in this really weird, we called it pleather outfit. And I felt the need to show what the outfit was that the guy was wearing.
Someone's pouch is missing.
They said his agent insisted that he is able to wear that the entire movie because it was going to be the next big thing and he was going to get royalties or something.
Spoiler alert, it was not the next
embarrassing
big
thing. It was not.
I know.
Like Seinfeld in the puffy shirt,
Right.
Yeah, the pirate, the puffy shirt. I wanted to call it the pirate shirt.
I was thinking of Friends when Ross is wearing the leather pants and can't get them back on after using the bathroom. Ends up putting powder and then wetting them, and it just turns into a paste. It just gets worse and worse.
It just gets worse and worse. All right, well, that's it for that one. So now we have opera. Bill.
Opera.
I don't know who we should have. Yeah.
Just let Bill. Yeah.
Okay.
From Pulse 503. 4503.
4503. Yes, the estimated budget was roughly $7 million US, according to IMDb. The film grossed decently, considering it got the strictest rating, 18 plus, in Italy, due to the high level of violence of some science. This is Argento at its most brutal.
Okay.
Yeah.
The eyes thing was pretty creepy.
Mm-hmm.
$7 million, Jesus. That's
thank you.
That's expensive for an Argento movie, I think.
Woof. Woof.
Next up is one on episode 304 for Excalibur from Gregory Crosby. Crystal, you want to take that one?
Oh, last Friday I saw this for the first time since the 80s on the big screen at Anthology Film Archives. That's neat, with a packed house. And I can't confirm via audience reaction that Nicol Williamson steals the movie. Thank you. It was great fun to revisit this at last. It's pure comic book version of the Arthurian legends, and I mean that in the most complimentary way possible. It renders all other adaptations of these stories pretty dull and drab. Only Monty Python and the Holy Grail even comes close. Also complimentary, although completely different, but also as entertaining. But the best part of the screening was when Arthur handed his sword to his opponent. Yes, of course, asking him to officially knight him in a demonstration of how you actually ethically wield power. Truly. And at that moment, someone in the audience burst into spontaneous applause. See, that's so sweet. I'm totally with you. That's why Arthur is just, bravo, John Boorman. This film cancels out everything that went awry with Zardoz.
But it doesn't cancel out Exorcist 2. Some things can never be completely forgiven. But that's all right. Excalibur's a great movie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, had you seen Excalibur before, Jeff?
I had not.
So you or Doc had not ever seen Excalibur, and I had seen it so many times. I'm shocked.
Me too.
Shocked.
Well, this is my thing, and I think I've said this before, but I just am not. I can't get into movies about. I don't know why. It's just not my thing. The sword and sorcery movies. I read a ton of books about that stuff that I loved, and I don't know why, but the movies just don't capture me. And I wish I could have the same wonder everybody else has with this.
Right.
But it did nothing for you.
But not much. Not much.
For shame. I'm just kidding.
Oh.
Kind of like Magic Sword too. I missed that one. got a lot of cool
Mm-hmm.
stop motion animation. But all right, episode 307. Hello, Mary Lou. Prom Night 2. Bill
J200 full says, "Hey guys, just a heads up. There's a beautiful HD copy of this on YouTube."
Nice.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking
nice.
that might be where we watched it.
I
feel like
no,
I
I didn't
saw it
watch
on
mine on
TV.
YouTube. I saw it on something else. Yeah, but I don't remember what I watched it on.
I can tell you.
It definitely
quickly.
wasn't YouTube though. I know that.
Oh, I froze.
Oh, did you?
You froze?
Yeah.
Oh, well, it's not a bad time to freeze. I
That's
mean,
true.
you're
That's
still,
true.
we can still hear you, and it's the end.
That's
so
good. This is the end.
this is the end. Yeah, both of us, Bill. Yeah.
No, it was
My
on.
only
We
friend.
probably watched it on
the
Tubi.
End.
Oh, that's probably it. Tubi.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
It was on
Tubi.
Hoopla, Tubi,
Tubi.
Prime. It was on Prime too. So, yeah. Well, hey, folks.
There you go.
Get your
check it
Mary
out.
Lou
Holla.
fix.
Jay says it's a pretty dang good copy. And lastly, episode 308, Forbidden World.
You
Where we
should
at?
read that.
Crystal.
I mean, oh, okay. It looks a bit. It looks like a bit the monster. It looks a bit like the monster of Insemin. It looks a bit like the monster. Okay, sorry. It looks see because it's technically not written like that. It looks a bit like the monster of Inseminoid, and a bit like Venom. Is that good? Is that what is that?
Yeah.
Okay,
It does.
I can see where they're going there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true.
I can totally see Venom because of the teeth and the stuff too. Yes. Okay. Apologies. Sorry.
That was the
I was
picture
like,
on the feature image too. Was those big long, pointy teeth. All right.
I'm
That's
so
it for
sorry. I'm so
feedback,
sorry, Forbidden
folks.
World. Like Pulse. I freaking I
Oh, it's my fault.
you
I
to
usually
service.
look at them. I think a lot of people probably there's a lot of errors in these. People aren't worried about punctuation and stuff, and I don't
good
blame
for
them.
Yeah, good for them.
And I
Like,
think some of them are voice recognition entries too that it doesn't read quite right. But anyway,
most of the time I try to fix it in my brain. I'm not on it right now. It's late and I'm tired.
Yeah.
Well, that's it for feedback. There's plenty of ways to stay in touch. We love our feedback. Please leave feedback on the episodes, even if it's not about it. Maybe it's about the movie. What did we miss? What was your experience? Yep. We love those too. Or if we made a mistake, all that stuff. You can send feedback to feedback@gruesomemagazine.com, or you can just leave comments on Gruesome Magazine's YouTube channel. We also have a Gruesome Magazine's HNR and DOH podcast Facebook group, and there's a website. So all those places you can leave comments, and we will scoop them all up together. And you know what I did? I forgot to check Patreon again. So I'll be scouring that in case somebody added some stuff there. So, and by the way, yes, you can be Patreon members. And if you are Patreon members, you will usually, when we record something, it doesn't go public for 12 to 14 days. But if you're in Patreon, you can get it the next day, as long as everybody that has something to do is available. So yeah, check those out. We also have a complete set of episodes on Kolchak, the Night Stalker, and we are very slowly working on the Night Gallery. But we're about to jump back into that on season 2, I think.
Yeah.
All right. That's it for this episode, but every 2 weeks we'll be focusing on a specific film released between 1980 and 1989. Next up is one chosen by Chad. Big Trouble in Little China.
Yay! This is exciting. That's a good one.
And you know what? I looked at, nobody's ever done this. This was not done by a former crew.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Maybe they didn't think it was horror. I don't know. So make sure you join us for that. So catch us again here in 2 weeks for another great horror movie of the 1980s, as only decades of horror can do it. Thank you all. I apologize to everybody for meandering a bit. I let myself go
It's okay.
too off to stray on some things, but hey,
it's our thing.
I'll get back in the jury. Yeah. You guys have a great one, and thanks so much to Bill and Crystal, and say good night to everyone.
Good night,
everybody.
Yay! See you next time.